morning, my faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Thursday. It is May 30th. The year is 2019. A lot of in my hand right here is Earl and I's marriage certificate. Earl and I have been married for a while. A lot of people don't know this. We got married. I'm not telling you our date. We did get married. For a little while. Anyway, you can see it's let me just see it. It's a marriage certificate. We didn't have no fancy celebrations, no fancy wedding cake, no, none of that. Just went out to the courthouse, we got married. It's been a while now. Never really told anybody our personal business. We always been a couple. We just always never been like the rest of these people running around here with pictures all over Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And we got married, and for what? So first off, we were never really a social media type couple anyway, because social media came out way before we got together. We have tons of pictures of ourselves together, pictures that have thousands and thousands of pictures of us. But about the wedding thing, now as we try to figure this out, how we're going to do this divorce, moving forward, or whatever we're going to do, who knows. The dating scene in Atlanta has collapsed. It's filled, Atlanta's a city filled with a lot of sex addicts. So when I met Earl in 1996, it was a different world back then. The internet was just getting started. Yeah, just getting started, because I remember we had American Online. We had to log on through the dial-up. We didn't have the internet the way it exists now, where you have Wi-Fi and all that shit. None of that shit existed back then. But it was a different world when we met. Maybe a better place. Back then, you could date someone and have relationships. And the funny part is, even then, I had two relationships back to back with two guys that at the time I didn't know what sexual addiction was. But I had two relationships back to back. One was named Ken, and the other one was Eric. And they both were sex addicts. Only way I can describe it. Nice, handsome guys who just they wanted to be in a relationship. Said they loved me, wanted to be with me, but they were ripping and running all over Atlanta doing all kinds of shit, and I busted both of them. And then, prior to those two people, well, there were a few people I dated here and there, but I really didn't have a real relationship that lasted longer than a year until I met Earl. So I would say that Earl was the first relationship that I had that I can really call was a real relationship. Because we were together for such a long period of time. And living. And the funny part is, even then, in 1996, we had a lot of people trying to tear our relationship apart. His family, his friends, and all this other stuff. So it was always relationships in Atlanta. Relationships, period, in the black community, gay and straight, can be complicated because of haters. There's the only way you can describe it. They look at you guys having a good life, having fun, traveling, nice cars, nice homes, and their hearts filled with envy and hate family members and friends. They hate because they don't have that. Earl and I could have had a great relationship if he had matured early enough to realize why these people were hating on us, and particularly why they were hating on me. These motherfuckers in Atlanta ain't never liked me, ever. To the day I met Earl. I told him, that's Earl, these guys don't like me. He was like, I don't know why they don't like you. What is going on? I said, Earl, don't worry about that. Don't worry yourself about why these people hate me. I never ever forget, years after me and Earl had that conversation about these people hating me, he couldn't figure it out. We had a party at our home up in Stone Mountain. I mean, not Stone Mountain. In Buckhead. We had this house on Buckhead 3000 West Roxborough Road. I'm sure y'all have looked it up. We lived there for 10 years. But anyway, we had a pool party. We had a nice house. We had a pool and big yard and everything. But we would do these parties back then. I ain't doing no more parties like that. We used to have these massive parties. And invite everybody over. Come on over. Pool, food, drinks, liquor. Yeah, we can charge. Here you got something. We got food, we got drinks, have fun, swim in the pool. Let's have some fun. And that was our way of he and I entertaining ourselves, inviting people over to the party to have fun. Now, Earl walked into the kitchen one party, and there was a group of black guys in there. He didn't know any of these people. Most of the people I didn't know either. He said they were talking about me like a dog. They didn't know who he was. He said they were talking about me. Oh, they were ripping me apart, tearing me off, saying all kinds of stuff. He started to listen to this, and he was just like, wow. And so he hugged me down. He said, well, there's a group of guys in the kitchen that's saying a lot of the spirits, a lot of stuff. I don't want them in this house. Now, this was the old Walter. The one that, oh, it's okay, Earl. Just ignore them. Let's enjoy our party. Everything's fine. Just don't say nothing to them. Just ignore that mess. And they don't know me and I don't know them. So we know it's fake. We know it's false. They just hating. Just let it go. The new Walter would have walked in that kitchen and said, all right, bitches, drop them ribs and them drinks. Put them down and get the fuck out of my kitchen. And get the hell out of my house and off this property. Now, bitches. That's what I should have done. I wish I'd have been more firm about defending myself against these hateful ass niggas. But you know what I really should have done? None of the niggas should have been in my house. It's like inviting in the devil. Anytime you open your door and invite complete strangers into your home for an event, party, club, whatever, it never works out right. Never. A lot of gay people in the gay community would never have this piece of paper in their hands. They would never get married. They would never have a husband. They would never live with a partner. They would never know what it's like to be in a real relationship. They won't know. Did Earl and I have some problems? Yeah. Do my mama and I have some problems? Oh, hell yeah. The past few weeks, Miss Hampton came real close to getting choked. She really pushed me to the limit over here. Me and my mother have really been going at it over the past few weeks. And I've had to tell my mother, I don't have any children. You're trying to involve me in the lives of grown 30-year-old men that I didn't bring into this world. And I don't appreciate you dragging me into their bullshit. Why are you harassing me about their mess? These men have children, girlfriends. That's their issues. And it has nothing to do with me. How you got 4 or 5 niggas over the age of 30 and none of them employed, maybe 1 or 2 of them? That's not my problem. I didn't bring these kids into this world. It's a shame my 2 sisters are deceased, but hey, that ain't my issue either. You know, my mother have gone at it, and I have to let her know I'm not taking care of grown niggas. They're grown. And we go round and round and round and round to the point, we reached the point where I had to block my mother's phone calls, and she just came through here and crashed through the gate. And I had to stop her and say, why are we fighting over these grown niggas? Why are you trying to force this down my throat? This is not my responsibility. They're grown. So anyway, we'll be back on speaking terms now, because I'm trying to, after I kept drilling in her head over and over and over again, I'm not going to take care of these grown ass niggas. They have to figure things out on their own. Besides, they don't hear shit I got to say any damn way. But anyway, Earl and I have been talking. Earl been watching Xavier Files, rolling. He said, laugh. He said, they just don't know who you are. Earl knows me very well. Y'all took 22 years together. It's difficult for me to let things go sometimes. I'm not the easiest person, especially when you wrong me for no reason. I'm not one of them church-going, forgiving Christians. So it's complicated for me. When I met Earl didn't have the best scenario going on in his life. He had bad credit, a raggedy-ass car. He was working two full-time jobs. He was young. I find it funny how everybody's talking about something. You need to find out a person's credit score and how their credit score. Your credit can be fixed. My credit been up. 800 credit score. My credit been down. Negative 5,000 credit score. I done had repossessions, foreclosures, lines of credit closed, bank accounts closed. All kinds of shit happened over the years. Shit happens, especially when you're self-employed. When the economy tanked in 2008, who knew it would do such devastating damage? I do know it's coming again, so y'all better be prepared. I'm prepared this time. I wasn't ready for that shit, but it just shocked the hell out of my ass last time. This time I'm ready. So, people are like, oh, you need to find somebody, level up, find somebody your income. Well, I've never met anybody who had the income. Earl never really made nowhere near what I made. I've lived in the land for 30 years. I've never met anyone who made it. I've met some fakers and pretenders. I met Tyler Perry when he was flat ass broke. When he was doing them plays, he didn't have no money. I remember this. I remember Tyler Perry. I said, where do you get these cars from? I said, I bought them at the dealership. How do you buy it? You walk in and you buy a car. I said, didn't you work at a car dealership? He didn't even know. I don't know what's so strange about going to buy a luxury car. Yeah, they're expensive, but it's just like BMW and Mercedes-Benz are basically buy here, pay here lots. You buy that Mercedes or BMW for them, they finance it, they give you a good deal, and you drive one off the lot. You pay money to them, they own the car. Buy here, pay here. BMW, Mercedes, they have finances. They finance you for. Trust me, you walk, if you got the right credit score, even if you ain't got a credit score, they'll give you a Mercedes or BMW. How would you pay for it? Yeah, but some people, as Earl was watching Xavier Files, he said it hit him that he messed up. He regretted some things that he'd done to me because I was a good guy. Yeah, I'm a good guy. I don't rip and run these streets of Atlanta. Never had a drug problem. I don't have a sexual addiction problem. I ain't fucking nigga. You'd be hard pressed to find too many niggas that said they had sex with me. Where they at? I don't run these streets. I lived there for 30 years. Never had a sexually transmitted disease. I got all my stats right. I stay tested up. Here, I know my health status on every damn thing. I ain't running around here fucking niggas raw, ripping and running these streets of Atlanta, meeting guys out jacked and grinding and all this shit. So, doing Earl's not separation, which who knows what may happen. He met a bunch of crazy people too. I said, well, what you expect? I could have told you that. Ain't nothing in these streets of Atlanta but trashy, filthy, nasty homosexuals. They've been like this forever. And it ain't never gonna change. Ain't ever gonna change. These bills be rolling through my bank account. I said, Lord, phone just beeping and buzzing. I'm like, what is this? Anyway, I put all my bills on, some people don't like to do that, but I like to put my bills on auto draft. I pay them up and put them on auto draft, and it should be tearing that damn bank account. Them drafts be coming through all times of day and night. You're like, God damn. That was just... Yeah, but the Xavier Fountain, get back to that. I'm not quite finished yet. There's a lot more stuff I want to say about that situation. It's more or less not necessarily... Like Earl said, he watched it, and he too learned a lot from it. As we decide how we're going to move forward. He had a guy over not too long ago. He said that he was talking to a guy, And Earl kept bringing up the subject about HIV, and he, discussing it with him. So he said he got jumped up off the couch and said, "Man, I'm tired of talking about this HIV and blah blah blah. You take me in this shit, blah blah blah," and cussed Earl out and ran out the door, took off. And Earl said he sat there for a second and he thought about it. Okay, this man is positive. And Earl said he felt it in his gut, his soul. And he wasn't going by what he was saying. Earl said he just felt his intuition was correct. And when that man finally got jumped up off the couch, they'd been talking for a month or two and ran out the house. And Earl said he didn't call him back. Because the guy was, he was just like, "No, something's not right here. I'm good." So he's running into similar problems. And the vast majority of these guys in Atlanta are HIV positive. They are. They just are. I don't know how this has come to be. But I know I can be a bunch of hoes. There's homosexuals here. There's some hoes in this house. 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 There's some hoes in Atlanta. And I'm not saying everyone who has HIV was a hoe. But I've learned that in Atlanta there's a lot of hoes, a lot of whorish behavior in this town. It does not matter the education, the income, the background, the age. It doesn't matter. They love sex. And they do it bad. So, relationships in Atlanta can become very, very complicated. They can be very, very complicated. Because you got guys constantly trying your relationship. There were guys that would come to me and Earl's home. I never forget, I had a friend that always wanted to come to parties at our house. And this guy came into the home and got drunk one time and pulled Earl into a bedroom and was trying to put his hands on Earl. Earl was like, "What are you doing? You're Walter's friend." He was like, "I've always liked you. I've always liked you." And Earl politely walked that man right to that front door and out that house and said, "You need to leave." I didn't know what was going on because I was down in the pool. So I was like, "Where was he?" He left. I said, "So-and-so left." He said, Earl said, "I had to put him out." And this is what happened. I said, "Oh." And I never spoke to that boy again. And until that boy would see me in the gym, he'd run. This is somebody I knew was close, I was kind of close to. And every time he'd see me, he'd run. Literally run. And I just looked at him. He's deceased now. He died of AIDS not too long ago. He died a few years back. I remember logging on Facebook and I said, "Oh, he's dead." Earl and I both lost hundreds of friends, hundreds of people we knew. When Earl was in college at FAMU in Tallahassee, them niggas was dropping dead left and right at FAMU. Way back then. From AIDS. That was in the late 80s, early 90s. In Tallahassee, Florida, HIV swept through that campus and was taking them niggas out left and right. And over the years, it progressed. I know a lot of people say that HIV is no longer a deadly disease, but I know a lot of people who died from AIDS within the past 12 months. A lot of people. And they were younger than me. Why these people died of AIDS, I couldn't tell you. I don't know if they didn't take their medication. I don't know what happened. But they died of AIDS. That I do know. HIV is a very serious disease. I don't want it. Now I'm doing all this talking and stuff. The first thing I said to Earl, I said, "Tell you go get this paperwork. And I want to end this form. I don't want that card. Whatever happens moving forward, I got my thoughts. I already have my thoughts. It's a tough. But anyway, I told him, "You better get this paperwork." Yeah, that's gonna work. Anyway, here we get this marriage certificate. It is. I fanned myself in there, just kicked on finally. Well, here we have a marriage certificate. We've been married for a while. I wish things could work out between the two, Earl and I, but I just live in reality. He ain't gonna change. Every time I have a conversation with him about counseling and this and that, and Earl looking at me, he literally looks at me as if I'm talking French. Because he's from a world, he's from South Florida, from North Florida rather. They don't believe in that type of stuff. I'm like, counseling? Now, Earl, you got a doctorate degree, you're highly educated. Come on now. Counseling may or may not work. But counseling won't work if you don't want it to. If you're not willing to go into counseling and you have a negative thought about it, it's not going to work. You have to be, it takes two willing people to make this work. But if this is something that you don't see yourself being involved in, if you don't think it will work, then it won't work. I'm not going to try to make you do something you don't want to do. It takes two willing people. Because I know ain't shit out there in them streets, but you know, I ain't say I was giving up on looking though. I'm just hitting the pause button for the time being. There's too much trash out there. And trying to shift through all this trash in Atlanta and around the place. I meet guys from various cities and all. Y'all, I ain't a bad looking brother. I meet brothers. The biggest problem I have run into, I meet a lot of married men. I can't do nothing with a married man. They're married. They're not separated from their wives. Like, they're not separated. They're trying to figure things out. These are married men who are going home to their wives on a daily basis. Well, that ain't gonna work with me. I meet a lot of married guys. And it's scary. And a lot of gay folks, some of my friends who are gay don't have a problem dating married guys. At least they, in their minds, they feel like, well, I know he had him with his wife. Okay. I am not involving myself in that bullshit. Ever. No way. But about another thing, I love the way people say find people within your age category. Do y'all not know? Do y'all not realize that when HIV swept through Atlanta over the past 3 decades, the vast majority within my age group are dead and gone? They're dead and gone. Here's the funny thing. Earl and I both said in the event that we had today, so neither one of us were against dating somebody who was HIV positive. Just be honest and upfront. So we can get it on Truvada. Earl knows about Truvada. I know about Truvada. We both are well educated about this type of stuff. But niggas won't tell the truth. They rather lie and be dishonest like Xavier was doing. Just tell the truth. They can't do it. They go to their grave lying, bunch of lying sacks of shit. So anyway, so moving forward, we're trying to figure this out. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even worry about it no more. I just know, I get up and go to the gym. I go about my life, do a daily basis. I take it day by day. What can I do? I don't worry myself about that shit. I just don't. Focus on making me some money off my YouTube channel. I make good money. Then Xavier Fountain, I'm loud, baby. I'm gonna finish them motherfuckers and get my new MacBook. That's my goal. And I'm getting close to what I want. Anyway, I'm about to, this coffee and get colder than a motherfucker. Today it is Thursday. It is May 30th. The year is 2019. I'm about to get my day started. Get some more coffee, take a shower, head to the gym. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Thursday. I'll be back. I'm going to do some more videos today.